Hello everybody. See, I told you. We're going to break it up a little. Part 2 for the week. Just so happens that we have something unique to talk about. And we're going to talk about it right after this. Alright, so today's Wednesday, March 22nd. Hope you guys are enjoying the new format. Hope that we can keep it going. Should be fun. If you're not, then eventually it's just going to get changed back. Because enough of you will tell me it's crap. So, but I don't think it is. I liked it. I just edited the last one and it's just uploaded. It'll be going live tonight. Tonight you're watching this video. On Saturday, probably. But so, if you didn't watch it, it's Wednesday's video. Anyways, we're going to talk about something that we don't do a lot of. We'll only do it if, you know, the timing is right and the prices are right. And that's retail arbitrage. I know. And it's going to be a dicey subject because I know there's a lot of you out there that do it and make a decent living doing it. It's not our business model. We don't like it unless it works out the way this one did. And I'll give you our reasoning and then we'll go into what we got and how much we sold them for and so forth and so forth. The reasoning behind it is that your competition is great. What do I mean by that? Well, several things. Number one, typically when you're going out and you're sourcing things from retail establishments, being Walmart, Lowe's, you know, wherever you're going to go, I don't know, Lowe's is probably not the best one, but Walmart, you know, Amazon returns, pick one. Your competition is great because chances are good that number one, they're on sale or on clearance all over the country. Or that, you know, you're competing with larger sellers. Meaning, let's say you go to an Amazon return store and you buy a bunch of something. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll say bells. Who uses bell? And you buy a bunch of them and then you go sell them. You're now in the competition with other sellers on either one, you have the platform you're selling on, being eBay, being ours, or two, you're in competition, direct competition with Amazon, and people that buy off of Prime. You're going to have to discount your product to make it more attractive to those people that may be shopping on Amazon as well, and then coming over to eBay and seeing yours is slightly cheaper with maybe free shipping as well. So that's part of the reason we don't do it. You know, having said that, is there those Walmart mystery clearance items that people go to and they scan and stuff like that? Yeah, sure, you could do that. You go to discount stores. We have one here that our friend tries to get us to go to all the time, and we explain the same situation to her. It's a Dick's discount store. It's called Going, Gone, which basically Dick's Sporting Goods takes everything that didn't sell or didn't sell well and puts it in this store at a tremendously discounted price. Is it good for personal stuff? Yeah, it's great. Is it good for us? No, because Dick's is doing that across the country. They're taking, you know, Adidas shoes of some sort and they didn't sell well in the store, so they're sticking them in this store and they're selling them. Does it work out? Yeah, sometimes it can, sure. For us, the profit margins are just too narrow. So if you're spending $10 on something and selling it for $35, it's a little narrow for us. We're more in the business of spending a quarter, selling it for $20, or spending $1 and selling it for $15, or something to that effect. So we like our overhead to be a little smaller than retail arbitrage typically is. Normally you're spending between $5 and $20 on items, whereas we're spending $1.50. That's just our business model. Does it right or wrong? No, it's not. You do what you do. If you're making a good living at it, keep doing it. I mean, no reason to change now. So, disclaimer over. We did, I should say Sarah did, find some pretty good items that we had seen previously. They weren't on sale, or maybe they were on sale, but they weren't on sale this aggressively. And we had looked them up prior and know that they sell. And we had thought, you know, maybe we'll go back and buy a few of them, sell them, you know, so forth. They're popular too. The sales were higher than normal when it comes to eBay sold comps. So having said all that, Sarah went to Walmart and looked in their clearance section and came up with a bunch of these things for $1. And she called me and she's like, what do you think I should do? And I'm like, I think you should just buy all of them, because there's really no reason. I mean, it's going to cost us $30 to have all these products, and they're popular. So chances are good they're going to sell. And they did. Here's what they are. This is just one example of them. They're living on the veg. And this one we think is a cauliflower. They all have different names. Yeah, I don't know what this... yeah, I don't know anything about them. Oh, wait. This is Stevie. Here's Stevie. We believe Stevie's cauliflower. Looks kind of cauliflowery. And that's just what they are. That's all they are. Could be a persimmon. Not sure. But, yeah, that's what they are. Is these weird little vegetables with faces. And they were selling for $1 at Walmart. And they retail for us. Now, it varies because some of them are more rare. Like kind of like Funko Pops, where some of them are more rare, some of them aren't, some of them are more common. So they retail for average around $15 to $18. Bought them for $1. And so far, all of these have sold. We've got, we got like a mushroom. Who's this guy? This is Faye. Faye. It's Faye right here. And then we've got this little guy here. This is Quinn. There's Quinn. And then we've got, and this is where I think the draw is for these things, because this looks like something from the 90s or 80s to me, and it's like this trippy mushroom. Even looks a little bloodshot eyes there. So this is Maisie mushroom. And then we've got this guy. Whoop. Got one down. We've got Maisie. This is Romy. Right here. I don't know what Romy is. I've never seen a vegetable that looks like this, so I don't know. And then we've got this guy. Looks like he partaked a little more than he should have. Man. This is... I think this is Jeremy? Yeah, it could be Jeremy. Yeah, I think it's Jeremy. And then we've got... I don't have any clue what vegetable this is. But this is... Luella, I think? How is this even a vegetable? But whatever. There it is. And then we've got... What do we got here? This guy. This is TJ. And then the one that fell, right here, is definitely asleep, and this is Zeke. I don't know. But yeah, so they all sold. Each one of these $15. We've already made our money back and profit. So the reason I wanted to discuss it is because these were kind of gaining a little momentum when we bought them, or still gaining momentum. I don't know, maybe the momentum's gone, but you know, for us, we saw healthy sold comps, we saw healthy sell through rates, and decided it's worth $1, so we bought them all. So some retail arbitrage. Sometimes it works out. You know, if you're you know, kind of an all over seller like we are, every now and again you find some good deals. Something else we don't talk a lot about, and you've seen us sell these quite frequently, and never really discussed what we put in them. It's these. These are our Ephemera Packs, and if you've watched the channel, watched any of the What Sold videos, you've seen probably several of these sell, but we get a lot of questions on what are they, and what they are to us is a catch-all. A lot of people use flea markets for this, things that just aren't probably worth your time or an effort to sell online. That's what this is. These are ads that Sarah's cut out of magazines. So like there's a Pyrex ad right there for Pyrex dishes that would sell very well on eBay. In fact, as soon as I glanced at it, I was like, ooh, wish I could find some of those for $2.95 a piece. But that's really all they are. And then there's postcards in here too. Now, are these postcards that you're going to get rich off of? Probably not. I'm just saying. They are, you know, like this one is a postcard of a stained glass window from a church in Nashville, Tennessee. Is that worth putting online? Probably not. I mean, will somebody buy it? Maybe. You know, is it worth your time? Probably not. If you start buying postcards, you're going to get to the point where you're tired of seeing churches, and there's a lot of churches. And I've talked about this with some of the people that I know that do this frequently, and I always ask the same question. There's two questions I have. The first one, and the most important question of that I always ask is, you went on vacation, right? You're like, I'm going on vacation. We're going to Maui, right? And we're going to hang out on the Hawaiian Islands, maybe go to Kauai or whatever. I'm going to send you a postcard. That's not how it comes to mind. I'm not like, I'm going to send you a postcard of a church or a stained glass window, like having a good time in Maui. No, I'm sending the postcard out that's like, here, there's a view of where I'm staying, or this is a hotel I'm staying at. This is the beach out front of my hotel, or something to that effect. Not stained glass window from a church. And it doesn't make any sense to me. But that's the first question I have. The second question I have is, do people actually collect this stuff? You know, is there some guy out there that's like, yeah, I need to find every church from America out there? There could be. Have I sold a lot of churches? No. We do sell them periodically. And the ones that sell the most are, you know, small town churches that maybe aren't there anymore. Or maybe there's not a lot of postcards of them. Or maybe it's just not a high tourist area. Those are the ones that seem to sell the most. These ones, not so much. What else is in here? Well, there's some photographs in here. There's a photograph right there you can see behind. It's just a bunch of kids, and maybe a school function, or maybe it was a school photo or something. They don't tend to sell well. And when they do sell, it's typically somebody that knows somebody in the photo, or maybe it was their school, or maybe they knew the teacher, or something to that effect. It's a very narrow market. It's like yearbooks. You know, you're looking for that right buyer. And for our business model, we like to move things along a little quickly. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's famous person's school, something to that effect, we'll sell it. But most of those things, just not real big sellers. Is it valuable? By itself, no. In this format, yeah, it is. We have found that people buy these for multiple reasons. One, some people are just paper collectors and they like to collect it. Some people are online resellers, and they're going to take the time to maybe frame this stuff or put it on Etsy or put it on, you know, their Pinterest or something to that effect to make kind of a cool decoration out of it. The other people that buy them are people that don't want to source, or maybe can't get out of the house to source, so they buy stuff like this and then they sell it individually. Take that $4 or $5. So that's really what's in here. The magazines ads that you see in here are cut out of magazines that don't have much value. You know, maybe they're Life magazines where they, you know, sold millions of copies of that one particular magazine. So they just get cut apart rather than thrown in the trash. They get cut apart, thrown in here, and resold. So, Ephemera Pack. All right, last thing we're going to talk about is this. It's an ink tag. For those of you that have bought anything from a store, you've seen this before. It's an alarm tag for a retail store. It's got some ink in it. If you pry this thing apart, ink in your hands, clothing. Yeah. So everybody knows what this is. The reason we're bringing this up is because we did sell some at $10 plus shipping. Or, sorry, free shipping. This is free shipping now. The reason I bring this up is because we don't do enough of this, and I'd love to do more of it. But the way this works, and if you haven't watched my channel from the beginning, you wouldn't have seen this buy. This is back, geez, it's got to be one of the very first videos I uploaded to YouTube. And what this was there was an old Steinmart that was going out of business. They were closing the store, and they weren't closing the store like what Bed Bath & Beyond is doing right now. Like, we're going to close some of our stores, and we're going to put these signs up in our windows that says 50% off, and really nothing's 50% off. And the good stuff all got moved to another store. This was legit closing. Like, there was not going to be, Steinmart's done as far as I know. And so everything in that store had to go. It didn't matter what it was. It was the registers, register tape, everything had to go, including these. These, they had obscene amount of them. There was cases of these things. Some were put together, some of them were not. And they actually had the removers too, which we'll talk about in a little bit later. But they had bunches of them. And I had bought 2 big tubs of them and then put them on eBay, in packs of, I think we did 10, 25, and 100. And then we sold almost immediately, started selling them. And I'm like, maybe I should figure out if these people are still there. Because we did the buy when they were having their closing sale. And the week after is when they started selling. And I'm like, I'm going to call the store and see if anybody's there. And lo and behold, the guy who was the general manager of the store answered the phone when I called. And I said, hey, I was there. Bought a bunch of these ink tags, so forth and so forth. Do you have any more? Because I'd like to buy the rest of them. And he was like, yeah, I got a lot. He's like, can you come down during lunch? We can see if we can work something out. And I'm like, sure. So I drove down there, not knowing what I was getting myself into. Drove down, and he's like, yeah, come on back. He got me in the back room, and he had boxes of these things. He's like, you want them all? You can have them. And I'm like, all right, well, how much you want for them? He's like, give me $40 and we'll call it even. And I'm like, okay. It turned out to be like 10 to 20,000 of these things. And we've been slowly selling them all over the course of time. Between the $40 I gave him and the $15 that we spent on the 2 big tubs, once again, mid-thought, somebody comes to the door. So, grand total, we were into this for $55 for about 20,000 ink tags. And we've been selling them. They're not fast sellers. You're looking, again, for the right buyer. But these are easy. We have a big tub of them downstairs. We're almost done. And we sell them for $10 plus shipping. Because at this point, we're down to our last tub. We've probably made $1,200 on this deal in general. And long since made our money back. So at this point, it's get them out of our house. We need this. We need the space. It's time to go. So just bringing up stuff like that you do come across unique opportunities that maybe aren't bolo. Again, hate the word, but they're steady sellers, and they'll just continue to sell as time goes on. It's the main reason we sell postcards is because they're steady sellers. They're easy to list. It's just one and done. Go. Offers aren't bad. Typically, you don't have to waste a lot of time. There's shipping hassles. It's relatively low effort, and stuff like this works out that way. So there you go. Ink tags. We did sell one pack of 25. That's all we're doing now. $10 free shipping. So we make like $2 per at this point, but we've already made our money back. So, hope you guys are enjoying the new format. That's going to wrap it up this week. Appreciate you hitting the like button, and also if you don't put your phone on silent either. If you are enjoying the format, appreciate your comments in the comment section below. Go ahead and let me know. Let me know if you hate it too. I'm okay with that. And if you do like it or dislike it, whatever, either way, you can watch me. You can hate watch me. You can watch me. It doesn't matter to me. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that too. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Good day, sir.